Oh, we're in a country that starts with B.
Okay, it could be a number of them.
Just think, in the continent there are very few countries that start with B.
It's not Benin because we just finished.
No, we just finished
Benin. We did Burkina, not too far.
Okay, let me bring you closer.
We did Botswana.
It's in
Burundi.
Yeah, we're in Burundi. Okay. One thing that stands out in Burundi is it's a cultural affair that has been recognized by UNESCO. And that is their drum beating thing. I don't get how they do that on their heads and they balance it as they do their thing. Stands out, you know?
It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, but it's a landlocked country in East Africa bordered by Rwanda, Tanzania, and the DRC. We have many Burundians in the country. My baba is actually Burundian. Hi, Ernest.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Ernest. Yes, Ernest is my baba.
Well done.
Yeah, and it's home to Lake Tanganyika, one of the deepest and oldest lakes in the world. The capital, Gitega is the political capital, and Bujumbura remains the economic hub. But let's go to the proverb, Unity heals. They would also say ubumwe burakiza.
Ubumwe burakiza.
Yes, which means unity heals. Simple.
It does. That if you come together, because what's unity? I guess coming together on something. And if there was, just think about it. Like when you have a cut, there's something that's split. Your skin is split. And the only time that you can achieve real healing is when the two pieces of skin have come back together and that you don't feel that pain anymore. And that's healing. So coming together is healing. It's we could have a disagreement, you and I. And until we come together and sort it out, we still remain hurt and apart.
Hey, you decided to go deep with it, eh?
Properly. Together and healed. Apart, hurting. Together, healing.
For me, it reminds me of a moment in the country when Kenyans united and said no to something. You know, I still go back to the 2024 Gen Z protests. And that was a point for me of unity where Kenyans united on a cause and said, we will not let this pass. And as much as one would say that came out with bloodshed and death, but remember what that initial unity did. Kenyans spoke and loudly they did, and they were heard. Because remember what happened at State House? The president returned that bill to Parliament. So unity has power. Unity and sacrifice will always be louder than being disjointed, pretty much.
Very true. That's a good one. Very good one. The Burundians.
Ubumwe burakiza.
Ubumwe burakiza.
Yes.
It's interesting how languages work because Ubumwe will have the same root as Ubuntu, which essentially is unity. You know, so languages that are of a Bantu nature usually have the same kind of words. Okay, that's a language lesson as well. So, karibuni sana, thank you everybody. Let's say a quick hello to everybody who's tuned in today. And we'll say a good morning to you as you're tuned in from different parts of the world. We can already see you tuning in this morning. Just say a quick morning and tell us, good morning rather, and tell us where you're tuned in from. Good to have you in the room this morning. And we say a very good morning to everybody, even those who listen silently. And we're still looking for Amani. So Amani's mother, stop hiding our child, please.
Not the ones we have here, no.
Amani, no. The one, our 3-year-old's situation room listener. Her mother is hiding her, and we're about to take it. We're now going to do Mandamano to bring back Amani because I don't understand. Right? Kiaria Peters tuned in this morning, says, good morning from Mombasa. Leave no important task unfinished today. Completion is the discipline that strengthens confidence. Omo, let me tell you something. I suffer from something. Just as a confession session, I procrastinate.
A lot.
Too much.
Yes, that we know.
You know when somebody's confessing, you're supposed to say, Now, do you just out?
I support what you're saying.
Small now. Okay,
you still you owe us what? A cover? You owe us a podcast? You owe us a lot, eh? You owe me a lunch?
Okay, so wait, sure. It's okay. Just outing me and I'm outing myself. Okay. Peter, in other words, I've taken the message. And a very good morning to you. Nimesikia sawa aseto.
Sawa. Tunakupenda bure lakini.
Okay, I'll work on it. Hey, may God help me. This is the year of our Lord 2026. May God help me.
Anti-procrastination.
Anti-procrastination pills we are taking daily, twice a day, and twice on Sunday. Tupac Shakur, Thugs Mansion. Good morning, and how are you doing? Karibu sana. Don Saba says, good morning, Nju. I said to, how are you?
Salama sana.
Will the Busia fire be born until 2027?
Fire, say fire.
Fire, say fire. Sorry.
Bugzam.
Well, go stand in the corner. Robert Mbogo is tuning from Mombasa this morning. Hisa Daniel says, good morning, tuned in from Atiak in Uganda. Raphael from Rwaka says, hoping for the best but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever. Yeah, that's the question. We see you, Raphael. Eric Awar says, good morning, guys. Good morning to you. Jose Mahinda is tuned in, says, I'm watching you. Sounds like a threat. Sawa. Okay. Sawa, Basi. Good morning. I hope you're well. David Mangera is tuned in this morning, says, good morning, TSR crew. Good morning. The crew is here looking at you. You are the best. Thank you so much. Catherine, good morning. You watch us every day. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you for tuning in every morning. Rogers Nyanga says, good morning. Stealing a village drum is easy, but finding a place to beat it peacefully is the problem. I'm telling you, go and steal. Let's see where you beat the drum. Good morning, good people. Watching from Bidikani in Voi. Good morning to you. Toll Station. Now I know.
Yes,
yeah.
that one.
Okay, so David. Toll, why? Your neighbor is asking you because Migori is a transit town.
In fact, from my parents to a toll station is actually a walking distance, so don't be surprised why.
Sasa, let's just help them once and for all. He said it was supposed to be tall, as in Tall, but they decided to spell it with an O.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like those things. Yeah? Yeah, okay.
Nivo too. But now it's fine, it's toll station.
There's like as a famous basketball player, his name is Anferny. Anferny. And you know how he got his name?
How?
When his mother had him, she had a boil on her tongue.
Oh.
And she wanted to name him Anthony. But she couldn't say it because she had this growth on her tongue. So she was trying to say Anthony, but then she ended up saying Anferny. And that's how he was named until today.
Okay.
How's
so
that
he's
for
a result of that boil on.
Exactly.
Okay.
How's that for a useless piece of information this morning?
I know.
Slum Dog Masai. Okay. Good morning. Hope you're well. Isakale says, good morning, Ndu and Aseto and the crew. This day I am steady revving. Mon the throttle got my eyes on the prize. Oh, Eshe Gun Dami Duro. Okay, Dami Duro. You're speaking Yoruba. Hey. Well done. I can see you. Eshe Gun is thank you very much. Okay, I lied that I don't speak Yoruba. I speak a little bit of Yoruba. Okay. Catherine, you said, Ndu, can you beat a drum? I can beat a drum, but it depends on which kind of drum you're talking about. There's a drum I can beat. Don't worry. Don't worry. So long as when I beat the drum, people dance. Yes. That's all we're interested in,
and you can beat it where people are because it has not been stolen.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you. So long as they dance, maybe that's all we are looking for. Henry accepted, says, good morning, cousins. Mambo, you are well? Yamo Jr. rather says, good morning, people. How the God of Abraham have lawyers still amaze me. I thought the mighty need no defending. I'm a nyache maneno mengi. Wewe, wacha maneno mengi. Tafadhali.
Seme kutoke, bro. Seme kutoke.
Bwangi Juma says, good morning, Spice FM. How are you all this blessed Monday? We are fine, thank you very much. Sabaheri Team Spices, Rogers Line. Fiery Red is tuned in and says, good morning, Ndu and Dennis. Stars to you, my brother. Kimyak says, good morning. They're asking parents to collect bursary forms from polling stations during UDA nominations down in Likuyani constituency. Ateke. Call us at 9. Let's hear about that, please. It's necessary. Can the Kitengela governor and Kajiado as a whole tell us where our allocated money is going? So now that's the same governor.
Yes.
Okay. Kitengela is in Kajiado. So it's one governor. So Kitengela is not a county. It is it now a district or what is it? Anyway, it is in Kajiado. Sawa. So yeah, maybe Olelenku can tell us what's up. Vintage Oak is saying, good morning, Indra and Dennis. Spice community set for the show, tuned in from here in Nairobi. Good morning to you. Daniel Churo is tuned in this morning, my favorite and blessed morning crew, Asante Sana. My concern, apart from grand corruption growing, gnawing us to the bone, is the apparent mobilization of militia for political purposes. This is a ticking time bomb. Unfortunately, a young lady was shot by, was it a stray bullet yesterday in Carmichael?
Huruma,
yeah. Kiamaiko, sorry.
Yeah.
That was very, very difficult. I mean, God, unnecessary. Why were there bullets being shot anyway?
Yeah, where people are.
Where people are.
You know, like one would hope that when you go to Kiganji for those 9 months, you taught exactly where to shoot, you know,
and where not
what to use where. Why are they not using rubber bullets in that area?
Shoo.
That's sad.
John Kibe says, good morning. Spice my night as usual. You're in Wyoming. Good morning to you. Eliza Fanjeri, Nairobians, we are wallowing in poverty and crime is rising. Others are going to Singapore. Boss, did you see those videos of those people who are being hacked?
Yep.
In the name of stealing. What is going on? I'm telling you, the devil is here. The devil is here. The devil is here and needs to be exorcised from this country, because the things that are going on, the moral and value index has dropped. It is too much. And what are we looking at? Somebody's just being hacked like chicken.
Yeah, because someone wants a mobile phone.
I mean,
doesn't make sense.
Come on.
It doesn't make sense.
Nope. Even Dande says, good morning, tuning from Rongo. Oh, you're tuning from Berlin, Islam Dog, Masai. Okay. Liz Vanjeri, you said, Yamakima and Diokwetu, business are closing here, tough times ahead. So this is the reality. We want to know what's happening in your counties.
Yeah.
We want you to keep this. And I know it's sometimes difficult, but keep it and talk to us at 9. Sawa.
Yeah.
Isaac Ali says, Aseto, Kwanza, hear podcast into Ozas. It will keep reminding her. Oh,
I just opened the Paranda's box, eh?
Yes, you see now the problem.
It's a pulle.
Anthony Nyamai says, good morning, tuning from Imali. Vintage says, Ndru, were you schooled in Nigeria Hillcrest School? Let me just keep quiet. Richard Odera says, good morning, Spice. Tuned in from Mikindani, Mombasa. Political voltage is unstable. Vintage, I want you to tell us your real name. Because if you can ask such a specific question, either you know somebody who knows me. Or you, I want to know your full names. I demand. Christina says, good morning. I'm here too. Christina, good morning. And welcome to the show. You can make up songs as we go along, no problem. Dan Stilagat says, good morning. And Kitivo is tuning from the US of A. Big up Spice, always nice. Muno Ubuntu says, Kimathi Nkrumah Makonnen. Good morning to you. Must go now. I also want to know your name, man. Good morning, Team Spice. Tell Kanyari that his prophet brother is unmasked already. Salimia Sifuna Nababu Pia. Good day. Good day to you. Boss, the things that are happening in the name of religion is crazy. I don't understand. I know. But here we are anyway. Okay, guys. Good morning, everybody. Karibuni sana. It's always fun getting to know you, getting to know more about you. Okay.
Okay. Me, I'm just here. I'm a cheerleader.
Shall we take a break? Hey, I'm telling you, we just continue. No hala. Okay, it's 29 minutes to 7 o'clock. Let's take a break here real quick. Take a look what's happening with weather and traffic. We'll come back and then look into the headlines in the papers. I'm happy. Kabisa. We move.
This is the Situation Room. The only way to start your day.
The image of a miser who for the last 3 years launched policies that impoverish the people through heavy and unnecessary taxes that have killed businesses, increasing poverty and unemployment in the country. From a head of state whose speeches demanded a pound of flesh from the weakening and frail frames of Kenyans to now pledges of tax exemptions for lower cadre salaried workers and talk around the Nyota program, which pundits dismiss as a little, too late. Professor Samuel Nyandemo, who is an economist, economic lecturer at the University of Nairobi, says this is a campaign strategy meant to blindfold the targeted group. With the various deductions, Kenyans' pay slips are already in bad shape. The way out is a progressive tax policy which caters for all groups. Okay. Innocent Musumbi, political economist, says there is more to it. We are approaching 2027, and like any other politician, the president must be able to appease his turf as the chief hustler. Ruth Kenyanchui Socio-economic analyst says, but if the formal sector is going to be considered, where do we draw the line in the informal sector, she poses? How do we determine that who earns less than 30,000 in the informal sector? Many questions around that. Is it that there was a desire to actually make life a little bit easier for Kenyans in the long term? Or is it something that you dangle, bait, so that they can hook, so that they can vote?
You know what, I would ask the simple question. With the new changes that we see, especially when it comes to taxes, when exactly did a Kenyan need that? Is it now, or did they need this immediately who got to office? Because by now, that would have changed someone's life.
If you were really interested in tax policies that worked for the majority of the population, you would have implemented them a long time ago. You would have. Sometimes you just need to call it as it is. Look at the clouds. Is it going to rain? Yeah. Okay, we keep it moving. The president's tokenism targets payslip holders in populist ploy. That's what's on page 2. Drop in the ocean. Analysts criticized Ruto's tax cut as a political gesture. Well, I mean, if it walks like a duck,
squeaks like a duck, has a webbed feet, and spent most of its time on the water.
It's not a giraffe.
Nope. Cannot be a lion.
Spouses must prove role to claim matrimonial wealth. This thing, now you said that we used to live together. I used to cook for him. And in the night, I used to work even harder. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Show us, prove to us that the court is saying no longer will you just say, well, I was there. If you're going to access, or even, doesn't matter on what side, male, female spouse. If you're going to claim something, you're going to have to show that you worked for it. That's coming out of the courts.
I think I should start a company. The easiest way to prove that to court is to just have a hidden CCTV camera and record everything. Have 10 TB of data.
Show that something was actually done.
Your honor.
It's here is my evidence.
Just give someone a business idea.
Well, there you go. Somebody could pick up on that real quick. Sifuna back faction in ODM attacks Oburu over UDA ties. That was a rally and a half in Busia yesterday.
Yep.
And the messages that came through, even if you cannot hear or cannot see, it was very clear what was being said.
Yeah.
The response from the crowd, it was very interesting as well. I'm wondering when the last time we saw a rally like that. Probably the last time was when Raila Odinga was around. If the optics are anything to go by, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, and also this coming on a few days after Opondo Kaluma had a really difficult time in Kisumu trying to convince people during the public hearing of Safaricom shares.
Yeah, it was tough.
So when you read everything together, especially in a stronghold where Raila Odinga used to control.
Yeah. And also this thing that happened at KICC, that fiasco of whatever that was supposed to be with this fella who nobody knows who he is.
Yep.
Somebody called him Mo Salah the other day. Nobody knows who he is, whatever he was doing. So that was a bit of a fiasco.
Yes.
So in the light of that, and then this happens yesterday, somebody be scratching their head somewhere. Bungoma County Governor Ken Lusaka is now the campaign coordinator for William Ruto's campaign. Now, you want to ask the question, if this is happening, when are you going to do county work? I'm just asking.
Can I tell you?
Yes.
Shauri yenu. That's exactly what you've been told.
County, sit over there. We're doing campaign. So is it a Western thing or is it just an I don't care thing? And something that should catch your attention, it's been catching our attention ever since we heard the first story. More Kenyans die in Russia's war on Ukraine, unfortunately. This is the case. Who is the rogue demon who is taking these young men to Ukraine, Russia, to the front lines, and they don't know that that's where they're going? Who is that person?
Who's the agent?
Who is that person?
Do we know them? Are they registered?
Now, there's so many things, and I gotta let you look into some other papers. But let me tell you that it is paradoxical. Is it paradoxical or is it oxymoronic? Let's use oxymoronic.
Let's use oxymoronic.
It sounds nice for a Monday morning.
It sounds good.
Is it oxymoronic that in this country, whereby you see things flying around like you think it's leaves, it's money, and thirsty Turkana residents trek for every drop of water? This is the drought crisis that's handled on page 10 and 11. And women and children are eating wild leaves as biting drought hits Kenya's north. Not another country,
Nope. Kenya.
That's the reality. That's what's happening. People are trekking to look for a drop of water. Others are boiling dry leaves. And my heart can't.
Stinks.
Yeah, I can't. Please, over to you, sir.
So, who cares is the headline on the Daily Nation. Is it that Kenyans have resigned themselves to fate, no longer care, or that grand corruption has simply become a way of life given the muted reaction to the multi-billion shillings graft expose? While greedy officials continue looting public coffers, Kenyans bear the brunt of failing public systems, hospitals turning away desperate patients who cannot afford medical bills, overcrowded schools running on empty, and agricultural produce rotting on farms due to dilapidated roads. In the past week, the sheer wastage at county level was on display, with governors pressed by senators over outrageous expenditure such as splashing millions on Christmas trees and housewarming parties and diverting funds set aside for small businesses to finance political rallies. When will the merchants of corruption finally face justice and spare Kenyans already burdened by high taxes? What is it here that we've not talked about every day on this show?
I'm tired.
And if you just look at the headlines that have been covered so far by the nation, it is mind-boggling. Everything is corruption. Ghost workers get away with 35 million. Fake bills cost NHIF 700 million, and you can go on and on and on. One asks the question, if it has been covered like this and there is no action, where is the political goodwill to deal with corruption?
It's in the loo. Do you know that the county governor of Homa Bay, her name was actually on the list of ghost workers?
Oh.
I'm telling you. Somebody was not very bright and didn't imagine that document would make its way to the hands of somebody.
Yes.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Who cares? Inaction as looting of taxpayers' billions continues. That's the question that is being asked. Why some parents are opting out of CBE system? Are you surprised?
No.
You're not, eh?
No.
For many parents, the curriculum is uncertain and the workload is heavy for learners. For a system to mature, it takes time. Even teacher training takes time. Any transition takes a lot of time for it to become solid. I did not want to experiment with my child's education. That is Miss Elizabeth Andiko, who is a parent. How long did it take for us to retool teachers? Sema 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Walikuwa napelekana namna gani? Angalia. Namna hii. 2 weeks. And you want to say that retooling happened. Here we're being told it takes time. Now, push for reforms to clarify junior school management. As we speak, JSS teachers are pushing for autonomy, right? And here, walimu wamesema hapana, you can also be managed by those the junior school teachers consider to be their juniors. Question is, how will that work? Remember, still they're saying we will not go back to class until we get our contracts, permanent and pensionable. Yes, Azimio is nothing without ODM. Ruto now tells Kenyatta. Question is, why are you talking about ODM and Azimio when you are the party leader of UDA and Kenya Kwanza coalition, if it does exist?
Remember Ruth Ambogo last week? What did she say? That the president is actually,
the hand,
according to her, the hand that is involved in the discombobulation.
Yes, wait. That's what she used. Discombobulation of ODM. Now you know why. Now you know why. Because remember, Azimio is what went head to head with President Ruto in 2022. So now that he's commenting that Azimio imekufa bila ODM. Who told you ODM imekufa? Anyway, Ruto criticized over teacher SHA wars. So that is Jubilee Deputy Party Leader Fred Matiang'i addressing Democratic Party National Delegates Conference at Ufungamana House. They have been left without proper medical insurance, I beg your pardon. That's according to opposition claims. And 1 billion shillings Nyeri land row, missing title deed found after 30 years.
Really?
You see?
Oh, stop it.
That title deed.
Missing. Where was it found? Underground?
It has been found.
Somebody's underwear drawer, man.
Somebody sat on that thing, but somebody hid it. And that is former Nyeri MP Nderitu Githua, that upon deposit of the said title document, it be held in safe custody by the court pending the hearing and determination of the student further directions. So finally, the matter might just be concluded after 30 years. Chaos as KMTC student killed by stray bullet. This one was tough to watch.
Very, very.
She was at her working place helping the mother shut down her business, and as police were chasing, I think it was a felon, a robber or a thief, they just shot, and that stray bullet killed her.
Tough. Very.
Because it's like we've not learned. You remember that baby who was killed in the house, baby Pendo? Same story, pretty much.
Yeah,
we never learn. Yeah, so those are the stories that we have here on the Daily Nation, as well as Walaita face repatriation to Ethiopia in disputed decree. So expulsion bid exposes faulty lines over migration, security, and communal existence, and many other stories, including woman's death leaves kin with grief and questions, and many other stories that we do have right here in the Daily Nation.
Into the Star, Twinkle Twinkle and Nyota and all those things. Orenga Sifuna faction rejects ODM deal with Ruto's UDA. And something that he said yesterday during that rally, which he's been saying from day one at KICC, this 10-point agenda where these two parties came together was never a coalition agreement. People keep saying, oh, now you're in. No,
you're not.
They're not. And he says, this is never what we agreed. And he doesn't know where people got that from. So he repeated that yesterday. And so maybe it will finally resonate in the ears of people. But for all intents and purposes, it would appear as though others think it's a coalition agreement and they're now forming part of a coalition. SG said no. Hustle economy is struggling under shrinking incomes. It's not a lie that when you talk about a shrinking income, you talk about tax policies that are in place and deductibles that then happen. And then how much are you left with to actually purchase and keep yourself going? So it's difficult, guys.
It is tough.
It's very,
guys,
very
it's
tough. People are struggling to put one and two together.
To just afford the basics, man. It's the basics.
And absolutely. We're not talking about luxury, and that's the truth. That is the basics. We're talking about food and shelter. I can't tell you how many. It's just people a struggle after the other, and talk less of people are. Do you know that a lot of people are never in a state where they don't have a balance of payment on something. Balance of payment on school fees, balance of payment on rent, balance on food. I have a sheet at the shop. Very rare that people don't have, and I'm not just talking about your bank loan that you used to buy a car. No. The thing that you have for basics. For basics that people are borrowing to eat. It's not good. It's not a good thing. It's not a good position.
Especially when it was a promise to lift people from kutoka chini kwenda juu.
Yeah.
It's not happening, man. It hasn't happened.
Well, Parliament resumes tomorrow from the long December break. That was a very long break. Tomorrow is the 9th of February. Abi? 10th of February.
10th of February, yeah.
Full in-tray for MPs as sittings resume after a long December break. Well done on, yeah?
During that recess, what have they done? Have they been to your constituency to look at development, ensuring that grade 10s report to school, ensuring that schools do operate at optimal, speaking to you with regard to KPC, Safaricom, the laws that will be coming? Right now we are in the budget making process. Have you been? I'm just asking.
You know what?
Yes.
You're like my high school math teacher, my grade 10 teacher. His name was Mr. Murray. And he would come and he would put a geometry question on the board, with those ones with the X's and the everything. And then he would go away. That's what you're doing now. You're giving us hard things to now decipher in the morning.
One thing that I thank CBC for, it helps a student to think, right? Not to just cram. So yes, Mr. Mori.
I beg you.
So that when people come there with bundles of money and ask you, pageni line niwapatie 1,000 ndio munipigie kura. Remember, they came They saw, but they never conquered.
They never conquered.
Yes.
Hey. Dead on arrival, President downplays Uhuru's attempt to revive Azimio coalition. You know how if it means nothing, let me tell you something.
Why are you talking about it? Shut up.
If you didn't feel it, you know how somebody, I'm saying somebody, you know how somebody just before the 2022 election was at KICC and said there was an earthquake.
Yeah.
A big one.
Yeah.
Moving the earth, shaking everything. Now, if you didn't feel the effects of it, maybe we all carried and kept moving. Nobody talked about it after that because it doesn't mean anything. But if truly this one has not shaken you just a little bit, you wouldn't be talking about it.
Nope.
I'm just saying what you pay attention to grows.
Let me tell you, that one came from the heart. The heart is troubled.
Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
Speaketh. Yes.
Kenya, second largest Africa vaccine trial hub. This is a good thing. That trials, people say, I don't know. Even if you are taking, guys, I think to connect this thing, even if you're taking development aid to have a vaccine trial hub on the African continent, for the longest time, vaccines have been modeled for a Caucasian makeup. This is not about racism. That we have African makeup, that there's Caucasian makeup. There is Asian makeup, like that. So vaccines for the longest time have been made for a Caucasian makeup. That you will have a trial vaccine hub on African soil means that you are doing the research to then be able to treat diseases that the African makeup can react to, and so that the efficiency and efficacy of that medication will work. I think it is a fantastic thing.
It is a fantastic thing. It is a fantastic thing.
It is. It should be done.
Yeah, because when you talk about Caucasian makeup,
and that you've been taking drugs that are not made for you, my friend. Yeah. That's what we've been doing for years. You take antibiotics; they've been made for a different kind of person. You even things that and I read something about it the other day. Even these things that we put in our hair as women, the makeup that we use, all of these things, they were not made with you in mind. Another business idea: the person who is going to, and that's why I big up a lot of African. What are the manufacturers, small business owners who are making stuff here for African consumption? Well done.
Let me tell you, if you use shea butter, remember the shea butter that I got? For a very long time, I'm a Vaseline kid.
You're still using the shea butter? Very good.
Yeah, I'm a Vaseline kid. Yeah, I'm a Vaseline kid.
Okay.
But the moment I switched to shea butter, because now I mix the shea butter with the raw coconut oil. You guy, why do you
That's
think
why you are shining? We're understanding ourselves. We're understanding the something.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. So that's what I think, that it's a good thing that a lot of the things that we use, it was made for other people. Like for me, like my hair, I have very long hair. It was a game changer for me when I stopped using those things.
Shampoo.
Use the one that
leave-in conditioner. That thing is not living in; it is killing you.
So looking into some of those things, these are some of the conversations that we have. They sound uncomfortable, isn't it? You see the girl in the picture with this long flowing hair, then you go and buy that shampoo. The ad world is crazy. It's not for you.
Nope.
It's not for you. It's not for you. So when I see people who are making it locally and on the African continent for African, continue, because that's actually it's the real thing. Have I just blown the gasket on somebody's business? I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Moody, you know that guy who's always frowning?
Yeah.
Now,
what is he saying?
Moody now is saying Moody's upgrades outlook for local banks as loan rates fall. Global rating agency Moody's Investor Service has upgraded its credit outlook on Kenya banks, reflecting improved macroeconomic conditions in the country, including a more stable shilling. Moody is smiling. Moody is not Moody today. Moody said this one is good. So at least Moody is happy.
But you see, Moody is only happy on the macro level. In the micro,
but Moody's not looking at the micro right now. Moody would get Moody if he looks at the micro. So for now, Moody is okay, but he's not looking at the micro. Okay, so we look at that one story as we click towards the end of it.
True.
You want to do it?
No, you do it.
Okay. Where did it go? Ta-da. Yes. Women and children are eating wild leaves as biting drought hits Kenya's north. In the blistering shrubland of Dubgoba village in Marsabit County, where the horizon bends under a merciless, unrelenting sun, the traditional sounds of pastoralist life have been replaced by a desperate stony silence. After a season of failed rains, the agro-pastoralist community is deep in the throes of a ravaging drought, described as the worst in decades, and which has reduced their livestock to scattered carcasses. For 80-year-old Kabale Roba and her family, hunger is no longer a pang. It is a daily, agonizing confrontation with the impossible. To silence the cries of 6 children, Kabale turns to the only sustenance remaining, wild leaves. When we enter her compound, we find her 10-year-old grandson, Guyo Dido, atop a moringa tree locally known as Shalkeda, plucking leaves. He's not engaging in child's play, but rather gathering what will soon be his family's lunchtime meal. Once done, Dido joins the grandmother under the shade of their house, where they separate the leaves from the stems before Kabale proceeds to boil them and adds a little salt. The leaves are from the moringa tree, a drought-resistant medicinal tree believed to have healing properties, and one found in plenty in the arid and semi-arid regions. Soon after, Kabale cooks ugali from what little flour she got from a well-wisher before the entire family joins her for what would be their first meal since morning. She says, "I am cooking the leaves from the Shalkeda tree because I do not have food in my house and the drought continues to persist. If the tree vanishes or becomes depleted, we do not know what we will do because our situation is dire." That's here. It's what's happening. It's in Kenya. It's what's happening, and it's not good. It's a bad situation that we tune our eyes to. And so when we hear politicians over the weekend say, you know what, we have a debt to this particular leader because somebody served for 10 years, we have a debt, we should just give him to serve for 10 years. I would have been much happier, or maybe a little bit more satisfied. Kenyans would have said, you know what, perhaps if you had come to tell us, give this man an opportunity so that he can right the things that are going wrong in this country. But when you come and talk about political debt, then I say you really are tone deaf to the things that are happening in this country.
To the most important.
To the most important things.
Yep.
It's not about a debt. It's not to give somebody an opportunity to keep flying around the place or to keep handing out money. If you had said, give this man an opportunity to right the things that have gone wrong in this country, perhaps somebody would have listened to you.
Listen, when you talk about Marsabit County, so they have 6 seasonal rivers. By fact that the seasonal rivers means when it rains, they have water. One would then go further and ask the question, when these waters are flowing before they dry up, what are we doing? Are we saving that water for the sunny days, for when we do not have water? Because if you do not do that and you keep on promising us 100 dams, but you're not doing that in areas where they need it most, you're failing. Don't come back to ask for another opportunity because we gave it to you once and you failed. You have been in leadership as a deputy president for 10 years, president for 5 years, member of parliament. Remember when you're member of parliament, you served
Minister
Kenyans.
of Agriculture.
Minister for
Minister
Agriculture.
of Education.
You've not done anything. I'm sorry. Go home.
The reality of the situations are coming closer and closer, and it's upon that we cannot but die. Good morning, 7 a.m.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.